Hi everyone. This is Prithviraj from Department of Artificial Intelligence Fine here. So our project is smart parking and traffic management. So this project, smart parking and traffic management, that integrates computer vision with modern web technologies to provide a real-time parking availability and traffic control solutions. For backend, we have used Fast API to build backend handling requests, video processing, and parking spot detection. The core of the project is based on OpenCV and YOLO V8 model, a popular object detection algorithm. It detects cars, trucks, and other vehicles from live or pre-recorded videos. So the backend processes the video using scikit-learn, where a pre-trained machine learning model classifies each parking spaces as either it is empty or occupied. The parking spots are defined by analyzing the video frames and detecting the changes between the frame difference. These spots are classified by the model, which is loaded via pickle file. Later, the backend exposes the API to the front end, setting the status of each parking spaces, whether it is available or occupied, and traffic updates. So for the front end, we have used the React framework along with Vite. So by provide using front end, like using React as front end, we are providing a user-friendly interface. It displays real-time parking status, highlight the available parking areas, whether it is green or occupied, green spots in green or occupied. Uh, one in reds or like green space colors are available and the red in colors are occupied. The number of available spots is also shown. Uh, I will show this after explaining the code. So user can select different parking spaces, parking areas, and see the availability visually. So the parking spots uh, uses by tracks to number each parking spots and display the real-time status. For the front end, include option like parking status, select video things and all. Uh, for admin control, I used it for troubleshooting things. So the user information in dashboard. So additionally, we have used login authentications for user login kind of things. So you can ask me whether what is the purpose of the project. So the main purpose of the project is smart parking integration, like smart city integration. So this can be expanded to city uh, wide parking management, showing real-time parking availability on large scale, traffic control by most of the traffic congestions are occurred by drivers because they can't find the perfect parking spaces nearby the area. So to avoid this, we are using we are introducing an web application which will show the user different kind of parking spaces available near the user. Through this web application, a user can find uh, parking areas nearby the area which he or she is currently now. So other than that, we are launching it as like we are working in it as a web application. Sooner or later, we will also introduce or we will work on mobile application as well. So So as I already told everything about the project, let's go through the presentation. So the project title is Integrated Traffic and Intelligent Parking Solution with Smart Assistance. Uh, as I already told, in today's urbanizing world, managing traffic congestion, optimizing parkings are critical challenges. So our project will addresses this issue as I already told, most of the traffic congestions are occurring only because the user can't or the driver can't find a perfect she or he might not aware of the parking areas which is available here. So by providing a web application with a machine learning model, we can help the user to show the parking area nearby his or his location. So the system employs YOLO V8 model for vehicle reduction by track for numbering the parking spaces. So uh, I don't want to bore you guys. So let us as I already told, what is the statement of the problem. And the purpose of the project is to provide real-time insights of the parking availability to the user. By giving this solution, we will avoid traffic congestions mostly. So the scope of the project is to provide real-time traffic analysis application, detecting vehicle movement. Like as per now, we are only working on the smart parking area section. So sooner or later, we will. Uh, I already explained you guys the scope of the project and methodology. So now we can see the methodology. So the class system is designed as a client-server architecture where the front end is developed using React and communication with the backend server using RESTful APIs. So for the front end development, we are used user authentication, video selection, and upload option for troubleshooting and all for the admin control, and display of parking status after selecting the parking area which we need to park our vehicle. We will be displayed with the parking status and the video processing, like video upload things, which is I already mentioned as it is for troubleshooting purpose and all. So we are used YOLO V8 to detect vehicle. Mm. So as I already told, how this processing thing will works, uh, how this processing thing will works. So uh, for each parking area, we have defined a mask thing which differentiate the parking area and the other area. So the parking area will analyzed with the YOLO model. If the mask if the mask parking area, that we will include a YOLO V8 model, whether this parking area is occupied or not. This YOLO V8 model will classify the occupied space and the available space. So for backend development, uh, we have used Fast API. So as you can see, this is our user case diagram and the workflow: image acquisition, image preprocessing, parking space detection, parking space occupancy detection, highlight the slotted space. So I think more than this, we should have a practical demonstration of how these things will work. So here it is my backend. Uh, as you can see, this will act as a middleware between the front end and backend, Fast API. So this is our database. So to integrate MongoDB with the Fast API, I've used PyMongo, which is a standard library for connecting Python and MongoDB. So give me 1 minute. I will launch my MongoDB Compass. Yeah. So I need to select my parking space or a database. So once the connection is established, I have to choose my database. As you can see, this is our smart parking is our database, and the parking user data or our collection. So I will explain you why I have two collections differently. So let me explain the front end. So this is our app.js. So the people who knows React, they will aware of what this app.js will do, and I've created separate component for each and every functionality. As you can see, this is the home.jsx. It will display the welcome message for the user, whoever logged in successfully. So I don't want to explain all these components. So let me explain this important things and all. So this is our book ticket or JSX. Once we have selected a parking area, we can book the available spaces, book a ticket uh, according to the available spaces. This is connected with the backend using this endpoints. Um, so this is the dashboard page, and login page. This login component holds the functionality of the whole login things. This will this is connected with the backend and as well as the MongoDB. So if the user want to log in, there will be validation in backend. So if the user want to log in with the existing user ID, he or she wants to enter the mail ID and the password. This will be validated using backend authenticator. This authenticator will check the database whether this mail ID and password exist or not. If this exists, user can proceed further, or else it will show the error message. So parking status. So first of all, I have to. This is a video selection thing. Like this will help us to uh, view the available parking spaces, like parking one, two, three, different parking spaces. Later, if we choose this parking spaces, it will redirect to the parking status. This will show us the available parking over here. And uh, after seeing the availability, if there is any availability in the parking spaces, we can book the ticket. So, so as I already explained the front end, so let me show the database. So, here you can see the user information here. So what I have to do is once the user enter the credentials and the information about themselves, I have to hash these things. It's still in progress, so I'm just showing the user information. I don't have any kind of vulgar thing or a password kind of thing, so I'm just showing this. For user data and all, I already hashed this passwords thing, so still kept a secret. So let us go to the front end and start the database, start the backend. As you can see, our front end is already running, and just now we have started the backend also. So here you can see the front end and the backend is running successfully in 8000 port. So I explained all these functionalities earlier. If I started entering the credentials which I have already registered, this will redirect to the dashboard page. 1 minute. The server is not responding. The server is still starting. Oh, we have to wait. So if the server wants to start, we have to connect with the MongoDB. Once the connection is successful, later we can proceed with the backend things. So now this is connected with the MongoDB server. So okay, I have changed the passwords. So once I entered the password and the mail ID, this will redirect myself to the parking status, the dashboard thing. So I have to show you guys other things also. So if any new user want to log in, so let me go to the user data and delete some data. So yeah, I want to register a new user, maybe um, password. Yeah, the user is now registered successfully. So previously, the user data have no such thing as Pavi. So once I refresh the database, now you can see the new user registered successfully, uh, their mail ID and the name and the password is hashed successfully. So for forgot password things and all, I have to enter the mail ID and request a reset code. So this will send a reset code to the mail ID which we have given. So as you can see, the reset code is sent to your mail ID. Please check your inbox. So I have entered my mail ID. So let me go and check the reset code. So as you can see, the reset code is sent successfully to this. So my reset code is 183073. So once I entered the reset code, reset successfully. So it will redirect to login page. I have to enter password. Uh, that's all with the user authentication. So as you can see, this is our dashboard. It will show us this different parking locations, parking area 1 and parking area 2, and select video. This is not select video for developing purpose and all. We have declared it as select video, so I have to change it to select parking. So these are our two different locations to park a vehicle. So I'm choosing parking area 1. Once I selected this or clicking above this parking area, this will start processing the backend things. Yeah, here you can see the video processing thing here. Once I clicked on the video or parking spaces, it will start the processing. And from the processing, yeah, taking only the last frame, the available space at the end is 4. This will be this will be shown in our front end. So I'm also selecting the parking area car park. Yeah, here you can see, okay, this thing processed very fast. So I want to book a ticket for myself. So I'm using this thing. So book. Yeah, the booking is successful. So you can see this in the parking space. Yeah, yeah, you can see the parking ID two. In parking ID two, username Pavi, contact number, mail ID has successfully uh, booked the parking. So yeah, and you can also see this previously it was 129. After booking, it will decrement itself to 128. So uh, for developing purpose and all, I've kept an upload video option for troubleshooting and debugging. So you can also upload the video and get the parking results. Let me show you to guys. I'm uploading parking area 1 footage. So once I uploaded this thing, uh, uploaded thing, it will show us an alert message. The video uploaded process successfully, and the available parking spaces is 4. Yeah. And the user info, I have to work in this. So for fast API things and all, this is my DB file. A DB, this is my backend. Uh, so this is my Mongo URI, and I'm using the database smart parking and the collection user data and parking. So as I already told, I'm using PyMongo for connecting fast API with the MongoDB. Models, those who already know Node.js, they have worked on schema. This is similar to schema in fast API model. This is how the information will be stored in MongoDB. And routes, these are the endpoints which will be passed to the front end and which can collect data from the front end, and which is help this endpoint will help the front end to connect with the MongoDB backend and MongoDB as well. So the service things, these are mostly functions which I defined in the video processing things. So I don't want to include the model here. So I think hope you guys will understand the project. So that's all with the project, guys. Thank you.